Hello everyone, this is Ram here back with the series of the project we were working before, and this is the continuation of the same project, this gym project. If you guys remember, we have built this navbar and the header section. Here I have seen something very messy, and this paragraph, this main text, it's very messy here. It doesn't gives me a good effect, actually good. It doesn't seem good to me, like it seems it's very noisy, so I want to change it. So for changing it, I just want to change a bit of this one. Let's move back to the code, and the main text, it was here. The letter spacing was 10 pixels. I want to change it into 5 pixels. Let's save it. Okay, now it looks better. Now it's nice looking. It's not messy, and you guys can see that the design is, until now, it's completely responsive, looking nice. So let's move on and start building the next section. Our next section is this one, like welcome to our gym, or kind of about us section. I didn't give title here of about us. I don't know why, but you guys, if you want, you can mention. I don't want to do that. So let's move on and start building the next section. First of all, as usual, I have to prepare a markup for in index.html actually. So for the markup, let's have a comment about section and end of about section. Okay. So let's start writing by using a section element of HTML5. I'm assigning it a class of about, and then I'm going to have a division of class, spelling of my class, and this is about center, and I want to have it another class which would be section center. Now I want to have a comment here for about info, and I want to say, and I don't want to make it messy or noisy, so that's why I want to give these comments to keep everything separate and keep the code clean actually. And about open. Okay, moment please, let me have some space here. Okay, I'm going to use an article. Article is an HTML5 element, and I want to give this, assign a class of info, and then actually I make too much space here, which I don't have to, but within this article I should have a division. I don't want to give any class to this division, and heading 2, and this would be welcome to our gym. Okay, and then within this division I should use a paragraph, and I want to assign this paragraph a class, and this class would be about text, so abt text, and here I want to give some some text, and it would be 20 words. So let me bring it back to make visible for you guys. And let's have some more. Okay, it's enough. So it's done. And here I would like to have a button, and for the button I want to have a link. For a link is going to be blank, there shouldn't be anything, and the button would be about BTN. Okay, and find a trainee, and that's all. About info is the markup for about info is finished. Now we have to prepare some other code, and it is about image. So about image, I'm sorry for my spellings. Okay, and end of about image, end of about image. Okay, article, assigning it a class. Excuse me. And here I should say about image, about img, and then a div, and this div have a class of about image container, about img container. And within this I would like to have an image, and I'm going to define the source of this image. Oops, the image source is images and about.jpg, and that alternative text. So again, for SEO purpose, please make it meaningful, and I want to have a class here, and the class would be image about img. So the markup is complete. Let's go back and check for, wow, a massive, big, very massive image, and there was a title and paragraph and a link. So let's style it by using our CSS and mean.css. And here, first of all, I should have some comments, and should say about section. Okay, and then end of about section. Okay. So first of all, let's have the section center class. Let's use this section center class CNT. Okay, and within this section center class, the first thing we should have is the padding, and our padding would be 64 pixels. Okay, and the width would be 80 view width, and maximum width would be 1170 pixels, and then margin would be 0 and auto. Let's save it. Let's go back. Okay, it's better, looking better, but we have a big massive and messy image actually, so we shouldn't think a lot about it. Let's start writing code. Now let's have a about class here. Let's call that about class, and that about have a background. I would go with the simple white background here, and then I should go with the about image. Let me check if I use about image. Yeah. I thought that I didn't write the full name. Like, I thought that I write ABT, but it is about, complete about spellings, about image, and about info. About info. So this would be margin here, margin bottom would be 100 pixels, 100%, and it would be displayed in a block. The height would be 520 pixels, and width would be 480 pixels. It's about image actually, not info. I'm sorry, info is not going to be here. I'm so sorry, my apologies. Okay, because here I'm trying to set the height and width of the image. Okay, so it is 480 pixels actually. Okay, it looks better now. And now let's have our about image and about info margin. Here this margin bottom, it's wrong actually. This shouldn't be, it should be, it's a width of 100%. I'm sorry, I was thinking that's what I've done here. Okay, after styling it completely, you will find the difference. So width if 100%, block height, display block height is 520, width is 480. Now I want to go with the about image and about info. Here the margin bottom, not bottom, what happens, margin bottom would be 64 pixels, and then only for about info about info h2, the text transformation would be uppercase, and then about text here it would be margin bottom 20 pixels, margin bottom 20 pixels, then line height, the line height would be 2, and font weight would be 300. Let's save it. Okay, still working. So font weight would be 300. Now the button, so we should say dot about button. Okay, this is ABT text, not about text. ABT text, because here I said ABT text, about info, about, so here only ABT text. Let's move back. Yep, now we can see some difference, line height and everything is fine here now. And now here it should be about button. The text would be text transform would be uppercase. The color, here I want to go with this first color of mine, and then letter spacing, and letter spacing would be 4 pixels. And border, I can use the main button here, but I'm not using. We can use the main button code, but I don't know why I'm not using. I'm just writing, so I really don't know. I think it's the same code we have mentioned last time for that main button. So for this we can declare the code globally, that we can use we don't have to write, but just only to assign a class section or a class name. But I don't know why I haven't done this, but you guys, if you want, you can do that. It will really reduce the work actually. Text decoration, not the work, sorry, reduce the time, and you don't have to type again and again the same type of code. So none, text decoration would be none, and margin top, would be 10 pixels. And okay, the padding would be 14 pixels, and it should be 25 pixels from left and right. And then I should say about button and hover. I want to give some hover effect. Oops, okay. And here the background, not here but here, background would be hash bf00e3, and the text of this would be white. So let's save it, move on to the browser, and you can see that it's done. Wow. It's not done. We have to set this image, we have to set them side by side. So we have styled our text, button, and the image. Half of the style we have used here. Now let's set them side by side, and for that let's use the media query to make it responsive also. So media at media screen and min width, it would be 992 pixels, and here I should go with about center, and then it would be displayed as the flags, and then justify content space between. Okay, let's save it. So it is done, not completely. We need to set the image now. So here we have to say again about image and about info. Then we have to have a flags of no broad, no shrink, and auto. Not auto, sorry. Here I'm going to use a calc function of CSS. If you guys don't know, I will prepare. I'm planning to make a video of CSS functions and variables. So right now, just let me try to explain you that this function is going. What this function is going to do? It is going to minus 32 pixels from this 50% of the screen, and will give us the result. Now you guys will see this. Okay, margin bottom 0 and align self center. Let's save it, and it's almost done, but let me check something. Let's save, and wow, it's looking nice, and it is responsive too. So you guys can see that it's looking nice, and it is stacked, and yep. Okay, so on this screen it's also looking good, and yeah, we have done with this about us section, kind of about us section. Now we have to move on to our workout section. Okay, so let's go back to the markup, and as usual let's prepare the markup for our next section. The next section is about workout section, so I should say workout. End of workout. Okay, first of all I'm going to use the section element, and I'm going to assign it ID. The ID would be workout, and within this section let's go and write the title, Wait a minute, just a moment. Okay, I was just thinking that if I use the title here, but I didn't use the title, so it's my first time that I'm using title here in this site, and the here should be the end of the title. Okay. So for the title, let's have a div, assign it a class, and let's name this class work title, and then let's have a heading 3 and assign it a class title, and the title of this would be why work out here. The title is end, no more title. Now we have to start a div, assign it a class, and the class name of this is work center, and let's have a, let me make some space here so it will be easy for you guys to see. Then here it would be work out detail, work out detail. So let me say something else, end of detail. It's a comment, and now I'm going to write code here within these comments. Article class service, and here I'm going to use font awesome icons. So class FASFA vault, and now I'm going to have a heading 3, and this would be boost your fitness, and paragraph lorem ipsum for 5 words. For me it's enough. And let's copy this for several times. Let's copy this code. Let me first remove this extra space, and I'm going to copy this from work detail to end of work detail or end of detail. So I'm copying it for 3 times, 2 and 3. What I have to do here now, I'm just going to change this icon. So this icon could be a leaf, and the title would be mindful training. Mindful training. Here I want to change this title into core strength, strength, and here the icon would be battery 3/4. So battery 3/4. Okay, and the last one, it would be positivity. The title heading would be positivity, and the icon, it would be smile beam. Okay, let's save it. And here, okay, everything is here and it's looking nice. Okay, now let's style it. So here in main CSS, let's remove these extra spaces. Done. Okay, and let's have a comment here for work out section, and then end of workout section, end of workout section. And here let's create some space and start writing our code for styling this. First of all, the ID, we had this ID. Where is that? This one, section ID, workout. Okay, so I'm using this workout ID here, and I'm going to say background. This would be 4E004E, and the padding would be 40 pixels, and then I just want to have again workout dot title, and the font size, yep, the font size will be 60 pixels. Text transform, and I want to have capitalized. This time I'm not going with uppercase. And the color, so white. Now I would like to align this text, and it would be center. The margin for this would be, let's go with 0 and auto. Just for the time being, I will try to check it. It just comes in my mind. Okay, and let's save it. Let's check how does it go with 0 and auto margin. Not doing anything. Okay, what happened? Workout dot title. So the title should be, let me check the workout and work title. I mistook somewhere. Let me go with just read the title here. Let's see. Yep, it is working now. So I just mistook here, but it's working now. And let me see if the margin, yeah, it's good, it's not bad. Okay, the title is done, so now we have to go with this service. So where is that? Now we have to get this service class, this service class. So let me bring it here, and dot service. And for this service class, first of all, the text alignment, text align center, and margin. Here I want to say go with margin 20 pixels and 0, top bottom 20 pixels, and then margin left right 0, and the color would be of course white. And again here, let's save it. Let's see. Yep, it's looking good and nice. Let's have a service. Yep, and with font awesome icon class, let me show you. This is the font awesome icon class FES, and this is service. So service is going to get this. This is the parent element of this class. The service is the parent element of FES. So here the padding would be 20 pixels, and font size would be 50 pixels, and cursor would be pointer. Let's save. Okay, it's not working, but let's check. Okay, it will work, but let me show you how does it work. Now I want to have some service heading 3, H3, and this would be, this time the margin would be 10 pixels and 0 and 15 pixels and 0. Then the text transformation, text transform here would be capitalize, and font size would be 30 pixels, and then I have to go with service P, paragraph, tag or element, and then I have to say line height would be 1.5, and the width of this would be 75%, and margin would be 10 pixels, and auto, and then font weight would be lighter. Let's see. Okay, it's looking nice, it's looking good, but there is some problem here. I think there is some problem in my marker, that with these icons they didn't increase their size, as I have mentioned font size FES 50 pixels, and it doesn't increase. Let me, yep, here I'm stuck, and it's okay. I didn't use the space there, so now it is okay. So now let's make it responsive by using our media queries. And for responsiveness, I should say have a comment responsive. Okay, so here let's say at media screen, and min width would be 576 pixels, and then I have a class workout, sorry, work center. Would I have given a class here? Work center or workout? Yep, work center. So this is a work center class, and the maximum width would be 90 view width, and margin would be 0 and auto, and display flags, and then flags wrap, and we are using the wrap property, and then justify content, and justify content would be space between, and let me bring it here. Okay, and then service, again having a service class using flags 0. Again I'm using the calc function here, and here I'm saying 50% minus sorry 116 pixels, and that's all. I think let's have a semicolon, and no, I want them to be here, so let's change the 16 pixels to, let's see, no, why? There is, I mistook somewhere. Let me check. I haven't mistook actually. I have to declare another media query, and this is, let's copy this one actually, or let me write again. So add media screen, and I forgot to mention this, that's why I thought that I mistook, but I forgot to mention this one, and this should be 76 pixels, and here it would be the service service would be flags 0, oops, not O, 0, and let's use a calc function, and here this is 50, and here should be 25%, and minus 16 pixels. Let's save it and let's check. Yep, now it's okay. Now it's looking good and fine. Let's check it to other breakpoints. So it's here. Okay, and it is stack, and it stacks nicely. Wow, we have done, almost we have done. So let's move to another section and start working on our testimonial section. Okay, so now we have to work on our testimonial section, this happy client section, and this is what we are working on. Okay, so we have to start a testimonial or this happy client section. Okay, so let's go back to the index.html, and here let's remove all this code space, sorry, and now let me have a this would be a testimonial and end of testimonial section. Let's make some space here to write the markup, and for this let's start with the section element, assign it ID, and here it would be testimonial. Okay, now we can go with the title. Let me grab the title from workout section. So here, where is the title? This is the workout section and this is the title and end of title. So let me copy this. Let's paste it here. We need to change the title here, and it is happy clients or students or whatever you want to see. Happy clients, and then here we can go with div, assigning it a class, and here's the client center. And now here I would like to go with testimonial. What I've written? Okay, testimonial, and then end of testimonial. Okay, and within this, testimonial start and testimonial end. Let's see. Within this, I would like to go with the article, assigning it a class, and the class name is testimonial, and let's have a heading 3, and here just some imaginary names, David, Dan, and here I would like to use an image, and the source of the image is images, and here I would like to go with the image 1, and the alt tag would be image 1. Again, try to use the meaningful name for SEO purpose. So I'm just using, it's just for a demo, okay? And text would be 8 words, okay? Now let's copy this code for a couple of times, from start of testimonial to end of testimonial 3. Let's change the image. There it should be image 2, and here image 2, and this would be the image 3, and then this would be Peter Peck. I don't know where these names came in my mind, but just manage with this theory, please. And Joe Job, okay. And markup is done. Let's save it. It is, and here we go. Massive images. So let's style them first, and here let's delete this space, and testimonial, and testimonial. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to have a ID of testimonial and padding. The padding would be 40 pixels and background would be FFF white, and then let's save it. Let me go with another testimonial title. Testimonial title, and for this font size would be 60 pixels. Text transform. Oops, text transform. Here I want to have it capitalized. Color would be my theme color, H1B001B, and then text align would be center, margin 25 pixels, then 0, and 20 pixels, and then 0. Let me bring it here. Okay. Let's have something else for this section. Testimonial. And here, let's change the color. The color would be again my theme color. And then text align center, and margin would be 20 pixels and 0. And then again testimonial image. Border of the image would be border radius actually, and it would be 50%, and the maximum width would be 200 pixels. Let's save it, move on to the browser. Wow, it's looking nice. The border radius is 50%, so it makes this ellipse. The 50% of radius make this ellipse. Okay. And now testimonial image. Now I have to go with the heading 3, like testimonial H3. And here I should say margin 10 pixels and 0. Text transform, and here it would be uppercase, and then the color is my theme color. Now let's have testimonial p tag paragraph, and here I want to go with the line height first. So the line height would be 1.5, and the width here, this could be 75%. Margin 10 pixels, auto, and then font weight, font weight would be lighter. Let's save it, move on to the browser. Okay, let's make it responsive and let's see how does it look when it is responsive. So add media screen, and minimum width would be 576 pixels. Here I want to see client center. Let me see, check what I have. If I have a class here, yep, this one, client center. So client center, and this would be display flex, and then flex wrap would be wrap, not warp, wrap, and justify content space between. And then there would be another class that is testimonial, and here it would be flex 0 0, and I'm using the calc function, and this would be 35% minus 64 pixels. Let's check. I have a bit doubt here, but let me check first. Okay, it is looking good, but I think there should be okay. So this 64, it doesn't look good to me. Let's go with the 48 pixels. Okay, 48, not 48, let's go with 32. Let me check, I'm trying to achieve something else. Yeah, okay, and let's have something here, pixels, or let's check it to the breakpoints, then it will be more clear to us. So here it would be okay, it is stacked nicely, so it's looking nice. Yep. Now what is next? So the next is our classes. So let's go and start the markup of this classes function, classes section here. Okay, so here we go. Let me remove this extra space from here. Okay, and this is our classes section, and then again end of our classes. Let's have a section element. Okay, so the section, I would like to assign ID, and the ID would be classes, and again the title section. So let me get the title from here, and here let's copy paste, and the title is here. So let's change this and replace it with our classes. Okay, let's have a division here, assigning it a class, and this class is known as classes container. Then here I would like to have another section, like another comment, classes, and okay, end of classes. So here within these classes I'm going to write an article, and I'm assigning it a class, and the name of this class would be class item. Oops. Okay, within this I would like to go with a card, and I'm sorry, okay, card and end of card, actually end of card. So within this card here I would like to write div class image container, not about image container, on the image container, and let's have an image here. The source of the image would be images, and here I have a class 1 JPEG. Again, alt text would be class 1, and that's all. And now I would like to go with a text container. So div class text container. This one is the image container, and here this should be a text container, and within text container I just want to go with heading 4, and I'm just writing weights. Oops, sorry, it's a font awesome class. Okay, weights, and that's all. Now let's copy this class for a couple of times. Okay, and then we can change only these few things. So let's copy this class and paste it for a couple of times, and then I have done that, and now I'm going to change the class name first. This is class 1. If you are using this VS Code editor, then I'm using Alt. I pressed Alt to select both of the items, and now I'm writing 2, class 2, and then here again I clicked with my mouse, hold the Alt key and press the other one, and now I'm just write the 3 for both of the classes. And then the title, the first title is weight, second would be CrossFit, and the third title would be pilots. So CrossFit here, it would be CrossFit, and then not here actually, here it would be pilots, and here it would be CrossFit. Okay, let's save it. And it's not this one actually, so this is, wow, again the big messy image, very massive image we have here. Let's go back to this main.css and start styling this section of our web page. So here I'm going to have a comment and our classes, and then end of our classes, end of our classes. Okay, so here let's start styling. First of all, I would like to have this ID classes, and then background would be 4E004E. okay, padding would be 40 pixels. Now I want to go with the classes title, and the title would be font size. The font size of the title will be 60 pixels. Text transformation, I want the text transform to be capitalized, and then I want to go with the color. It should be white, and then text align, text alignment would be center, margin 25 pixels, 0 20 pixels, and then 0. Let's save it. Let's see what's going on here. Because of the image, the image is very messy, so it's massive image, it's a big image, so there is a background. Sorry, we are too much. Okay, there is a background, we have to work on it. Okay, classes title we have covered. Now let me make some space here, or let me bring it here. It will be easy for you guys to look. So now we can use the classes container, classes container max width would be 90 view width, and margin would be 25 pixels, 0 20 pixels, oops, 0 20 pixels. I'm sorry, what I'm doing here. Margin would be 0 and auto. 0 from top and bottom, auto from left and right. Then I have to go with the class item. It shouldn't be here. Let me get it and put it here. The class item and the background would be background color, it would be #4. Okay, and then I would like to go with the color, text color actually, so this would be white. Why it is not? Yep, #wife. And then I would like to go with the margin, and the margin here will be 20 pixels and 0. Now I would like to go with the classes image, and here image width would be 100%, and it should be displayed in a block. Okay, let's save it and check what's going on here. Okay, yeah, it's 100% and it is within the block. So first, second and third image, but we have to work more. So now I have to work on image container. So here position is going to be relative, and it's position. Okay, now class item, and then class item h4 heading 4, and this would be margin top 10 pixels and margin left would be 180 pixels. Let's save it. Okay, just let's make it responsive, and it is going to show us something good. Add media screen, and minimum width would be 576 pixels, and then let's have a classes container, and let's display it using a grid. So display grid, and then grid template column, grid template columns, and it would be repeat 2 and 1 fraction. Okay, and then if you guys don't know about the grid system, let me know and I'll elaborate it more. Okay, grid column gap, and this would be 16 pixels, and then grid raw gap, it would also be 16 pixels. It's not done, still working on it, but yeah, bit better, but I want it to be better more, so let's make it more good. And for that, let's have another media query, media screen and minimum width would be 992 pixels, and here let's say classes, container, and display grid. Let's get all this here, all this code from here, and paste it here. But here in place of repeat 2, let's have 0 repeat 3, 1 friction, and grid column gap 16, and the row gap is also 16. Let's save it. What's going on? No. Let me check where did what I have done here. Let's check. I need to review the code again. So I mistook here. It's not screen, it's screen. So here we go. It was my mistake that I just misspelled, and it was not like this. Now let's check it. Okay, and you guys can see and here it is stacked nicely. So it's almost done. Now we have the last part and the last 2 sections. This is get more info, email and submit button, and this footer. So let's cover it at once. I'm not going to make it more delayed. So let's go here. Okay, now let's start the subscription section. So for that, first of all, let me have that comments and subscription, and now I'm going to have end of the subscription. First of all, let me have a section here, section, and I need a class of subscribe, and ID is also subscribe. Now I'm going to have a title here, so I can copy paste the title, but let me write it. End of the title. Here within these comments, I'm going to write a title, and I'm going to have a div. I'm not going to assign any class to this div, having h3, heading 3, and this heading 3 would be known as title, and get more info. Now let me remove this extra space from here, and here I'm going to start a form, and within this form I would like to have a division, and the class would be input group, and there should be an input type input, and the type of this input would be email, and then there is a class, and input type email. I'm going to have a class. I want to assign it form control, then placeholder, and I want to say that it would be an email. Okay, now here I would like to go with the button, and the button type is submit, and the class I want its class should be bdn submit, and the button name or display button would be displayed as submit. This is our form section, and with this I want to have a footer section also, because then together I'm going to style them. So here for the footer section I'm just going to say footer, and here I have to say end of footer, and within these comments I am going to write the markup for my footer. So first of all I would like to have this footer element, and I would like to go with the division. I'm assigning it a class, and this class is a footer text. Now I'm going to have a heading 4, and I'm saying copyright, and to show the copyright sign or the symbol I'm going to say copy semicolon 2020. Okay, this ampersand copy and semicolon and then 2020, and then here whatever you want to write, you can write all right reserves and whatever. So just let me say all rights reserved. There is some all right reserved. Yep. And then I'm going to have another div, and I'm assigning it a class. This class name is terms, and I'm going to go with the heading 4, where I'm saying privacy and terms, and here I want to have some space. So for that I'm going with ampersand n bsp and semicolon, and then I'm going to say contact. I'll explain you why I'm using this one for the contact. Okay, let's save it and let's go to the style section, and here first of all let's style our subscription section, and then later we will style our footer. So for this let me say subscription. Okay, here I would like to get the ID of subscription or subscribe, and I want to give it the padding of 40 pixels. Then background would be white, and now I want to go with the subscription title. So I'm going to say subscribe and the title class, and here I would like to say font size 60 pixels, and the transformation of the text would be text transform, and this would be capitalized, and the color for this I'm going with my theme color, not this one, sorry, but #1 B001B, and then I'm going to go with the text align. It would be center, margin, and margin for this I would like to go 25 pixels, 0, 20 pixels, and then 0. Now I would like to go with the input group, and this input group would be, the width of this input group would be 80 view width, and the max width of this would be 600 pixels. Margin would be 0 and auto, and display I want it to be flags. Okay, now the next one is form control. So form control, and this form control I would like to go with the flags. It should be shrink, grows 1, shrink 1, and auto. Oops, auto. Now I'm going to go with the form control and button, submit button. Okay, so this is a submit button, and for this I would like to go with the padding of 6 pixels, then 9 pixels, and font size would be 16 pixels. Line height I want to have 1.5, and then font weight would be 300, and text font weight would be 300, and letter spacing would be 1.5, and then background, so the background would be white, and text transform uppercase, and outline I don't want to have any sort of outline, so I'm saying it none. And I would like to go with let me bring it down, and I would like to go with the border, and it would be 1 pixel solid, and my theme color this would be. And now I would like to go with the pseudo element, and that is placeholder, and pseudo property for my placeholder, sorry. And now it should be a background would be again my theme background, and the color for this would be FFF. And now I would like to go with the submit button, so BDN submit, and here it should be color, background color, sorry. Oops, 482. This would be, let's save it, check it in the browser, and okay, I'm having this because of my local storage. It is stored in my local storage, I'm sure, because I think you guys will not get this one. I'm just getting it. If there is any mistake, you just let me know. If you need the code, maybe I left something from this, because now I'm doing it in much hurry. I have kids and they are just getting disturbed, so I'm just completing it. Okay, if I left anything or anything is not covered here, do let me know in the comments below. I'll surely provide you the code of this. Now let's style the footer section, and for footer let me have the comments here. Okay, first of all I would like to go with the footer, and this is the main footer element. I'm saying background color, and this would be my theme color, and this is my theme color. And now I would like to see padding. The padding would be 20 pixels, and the display flags, I want it to display flags, and then flags wrap, it would be wrap, and flags wrap, and then justify content, and it will be space between, so space between, and align items baseline, so I want to align the items baseline. Okay, let me save it here, bring it here, and let's go with the footer text, and text transform. Yep, text transform would be uppercase, and the font size, this could be 15 pixels, and the color for this is white, and then margin bottom, it would be 10 pixels. And now the last, which is terms, and for the terms I would like to go with the text transform, sorry, it would be here uppercase, and then font size same 15 pixels, color would be white, margin bottom 10 pixels, and here I want to say justify content space between, and we have done. Let's go and check. So here it is responsive. Actually I'm not going to do it again, but if I left anything, do let me know in the comments below, or just ask me the code. I will surely provide you, because I think that in some hurry maybe I left something else. This contact, remember I have told you the ampersand BNSP, so that I use for this contact. Do subscribe the channel and let me know if you need the code. See you next time with an other interesting project. Hasta la vista, ciao ciao, and bye bye.